everyone, and welcome back to the Comic Cave. I thought today's episode will be about comic care because I'm often asked, how do I bag and board my keys? I love raw comics. I personally think it's great to be able to open a comic. So this is how I bag and board a comic, especially a nice key issue. I'm going to show you how I do it today and what you'll need. Just my method, the way I like to do it. So, what you'll need is bags and boards. So you can have normal bags and boards, and I'm going to explain the difference a little later. I personally prefer Mylar. Now you won't be able to see the difference on the video, but you have different thicknesses, and this is Mylar 4mm, so 4mm thick Mylar. Then you'll also need interleaving micro chamber paper. So you'll see it comes with different sizes, and you'll need a top loader. What I like to do is I also have a label maker, and you'll see how I use it a little later. So what I'm going to do today is I'm actually going to bag and board a comic for you to watch and see how I do it. So today we'll be working on Uncanny X-Men 266, which is the first appearance of Gambit, and it's a really nice copy. So as you can see, I have already prepped what I'll need. So the first thing is you need to make sure your hands are very clean. If not, you use gloves. So any oil residue on your fingers can impact. So if you are working on a really big key, let's say a Golden Age key, I really suggest using gloves. This is a modern comic. It's not the end of the world, but let me show you. I have made sure my hands are very clean. So I open the comic, making sure I do not push it down to cause a spine tick or a color break in the edge of the comic. So I carefully open it. I put in my interleaving micro chamber paper. So this is archival grade. This is what they use to preserve books. Now, as with bags and boards, these come in different sizes. So you can see here I have current size, so that means a modern age. Or if I was dealing with a Golden Age book, I have Golden Age micro chamber paper. Now what I do is I go through to the middle of the book. Be very careful when you're doing this, but it's always good to check all the pages, check that the staples aren't rusted in the middle of the book. You're going to place another piece of interleaving micro chamber paper in here, and then on the back cover, or inside the back cover. There we go. Now that that's done, I generally like to use E-Gerber full back acid-free backing boards. And what I do is I tape the edges to the board. Now the reason why I do this is so the comic is going to sit purely in the Mylar sleeve. This is important because if ever a comic touches a backing board, there will be a chemical reaction. So that's why you're supposed to change. If you're using just normal bags and boards, I'd say every 2 to 5 years, maybe 2 to 3 years, change up your comic book collection. If you're using better quality like the E-Gerber full back acid-free boards, you could probably push that to 4 to 5 years before you have to change it. Now I think I've come up with a method that, because it's not touching any cardboard and it's not paper against cardboard, it is just purely on this plastic, that there won't be a chemical reaction. So what I do then is, since I've taped this to the back, I turn that over I then carefully turn it and put it in upside down, and there's a reason for this. So you'll see it's easier if I just lift the mylar up slightly, slide the comic in. Once you have both sides aligned, then you can push it down very easily and carefully and turn it over. Now you can see it is, there we go. Now I have already printed the label up here, which tells me what issue it is, just for my own reference. I like having them catalogued this way. The tape you'll see that I used is either Scotch tape, people call it magic tape, or I use painter's tape, which I found very easy. The main reason for this is you don't want to use a tape that over time leaves a residue or that can get stuck to your comics, because I've seen horror stories where people try and then pull off tape and end up tearing covers or even worse. So from there, I take my second bag. Now this doesn't need to be mylar. Some people would have a double mylar bag. And then I put it in upside down. So that was the reason why we had it upside down in the first place. Because now it has tape on both sides. And as you can see, it's now fully secured. As I said, I do like a little overkill when it comes to comics. I then take a top loader and make sure you got the right size, slide that into your top loader, and you have your key ready to be stored. So the reason why I use Silver Age bags and borders is it makes it easier. If it's too tight, you could end up damaging the comic. So rather work with one size bigger when you're doing this. Please leave your comments. Let me know how you bag and board your comics. What did you think of my method? And I hope this helps you with your collecting. Okay, cheers guys.